Leeds United are set for their biggest match of the season, and I don't think it's even close, unless things go well. Then there'll be a bigger one. The playoff semi-final comes to Elland Road, and the Whites need to take on Norwich and need a victory tonight. It is a very, very high-pressure game. But what can we expect from it? There's some pretty big questions around this match, and I'm going to try and answer them. But first, come say hello. And this is specifically about the match tonight. I'll be in the West Stand under the away fans somewhere on like row F or something daft like that. If you're near there and you spot me, say hi. Could be quite nice. Also subscribe. Massively appreciated. So, diving into it, first we need to start with the predicted lineup. If I start talking to chat at any point, by the way, I've recorded this yesterday and I'm doing it on a live stream, so you should have come and said hi yesterday, to be honest with you. Predicted lineup I did in a video yesterday. If you've not seen that yet, go back and have a look. But in essence, me and the chat landed on Ilham Melier in goal, Connor Roberts at right back with Ampadu and Rodon at centre back, Junior Firpo on the left, Gruev and Kamara as a nice solid midfield that hopefully won't let too many chances through them, Crescencio Somerville, Jorginho Rutter and Dan James as your forward line, because Dan James is a bit more direct and less likely to get himself booked, with the chat saying that they would prefer Mateo Joseph, but believe that Farke is more likely to pick Joel Piroux. Now, diving into it, how will Norwich play? I think they'll play a little bit similar to they did in the first match. I think they will be relatively on the passive side because that just sort of works for them. Throughout the season so far, David Wagner, when he's been playing against the larger sides, has gone for one of two options. He's gone for the direct, constant attack, aggression mode, or he's gone passive. And in the last match, he went with the sort of relatively direct, he presses a little bit option. But when you're playing a game at home, you're expected to be the more aggressive of the sides. The fact that he wasn't super aggressive at home means that I'm almost certain that he won't do that away from home. I think they will play relatively passive, sit deep, and try and hit us on the transition. And because of that, Josh Sargent will be absolutely key. I think he's supposed to be fit for this game, which isn't good for us. But who knows, maybe we can kick him again. In addition to that, Gabriel Sara will be absolutely huge for them, as will John Rowe. And have a very quick look at the chat. Kevin, the match is tomorrow for us, but it will be tonight at the time that the video comes out. An encouraging start is Norwich are 19th in the league for away form. I'm going to get onto that because we are about to talk all about where are Norwich weak. And one of them is the fact that they are poor away from home. For the past few days, I've been talking a little bit about my Norwich fan co-worker, who is feeling very pessimistic and was feeling incredibly pessimistic and said that they might as well not play after the game on Sunday afternoon when he learned that they would be going into an away tie needing a win. That's how bad they are away from home. They feel like they've not got much of a hope going on. In addition to that, they have a relative lack of backline pace, which we can absolutely exploit with the likes of Dan James, Crescencio Somerville. It's an aging defence, and it's one that we can look to really get at in this game if we are aggressive enough. Add on to the fact that they're reliant on a few players, Gabriel Sara, Nunez a little bit. Josh Sargent, as I've mentioned, if he's not fit, that could be a big problem for them. John Rowe, another reliant player. If we're able to shut those down, we could be absolutely fine. And add on to that, they have significantly lower fitness levels than we do. And that means as the game goes on, as it develops and becomes more and more of a grueling match and everyone is throwing everything they've got at this game, I think we'll have more in the tank than they do. And we know how important that can be. We saw that under Jesse Marsh when the fitness levels just dropped. Because we kept losing games. Because we would go to the 70th minute and lose. Because we didn't have the legs anymore. However, I think in this game it could be the other way around. But we will need to find out. But how do Leeds need to play? This is a really big question. This is a really, really big, important question. Because if you are setting things out in the right way... Sorry, I'm just going to very quickly reply to a thing. Sorry about that. Leeds United playing in the right way will effectively guarantee as a result. So, for example, I think playing a more direct attacking style of football would be great. The amount of times we've held the ball because we've been in a leading position is wonderful. That means that we are in a brilliant position to take all 3 points because we take control of games really effectively. That's not what we need in this game. What we need is a direct form of attacking football that really makes their backline think, makes them work, and puts them under a hell of a lot of pressure. And we can do that. In addition to that, we need a lot of variety in attack. We can't just give it to Somerville, hope he'll cut in on his right foot and have a shot, because that doesn't always work. We need to make use of that right wing. We need to use Dan James. We need the occasional run from a midfielder looking to go box to box and cause problems, because the more variance we have, the more we can surprise that back line. And the more of a chance we have of winning this game. At the other end of the pitch, we need to focus on some very, very structured defending. The only times that we had any significant threats in the most recent match, and I'm just going to very quickly double check this just to make sure that everything is completely fine. The issues we had in the last match came primarily from the fact that we didn't really have structure in those moments. It was a case of there'd be space behind Sam Byram, he'd run back and make a last-ditch challenge, and brilliant, then we're fine. Or it would be a case of ball in behind Junior Firpo because he's pushed up, they've hit us on the counter, but it's been dealt with. The real danger here comes with what happens if that's not dealt with. So if we keep our structure, if we keep at least one of those midfielders in a holding role, then we can bomb on with the fullbacks with a little bit of stability. A nice little foundation that'll work out. Add on to that, we don't be scared of making changes. If it's the 60th minute and it's 0-0 and there's clearly something structurally wrong with the team, then you make the changes. Then you say, okay, if we've started Nonto, bring on Dan James because he has that direct form of football. If the number 10 isn't working out, okay, fantastic, Archie Gray. If Piru isn't doing his job in the 9, bring on Mateo Joseph, because this is the game where every minute matters more than any other minute in the season before. Because any minute you can score that goal that makes the difference. And on the way that we need to play, I fully agree with Kevin in the chat here. We need to press them more than a hot iron because we put the ball in the back of the net on Sunday. It wasn't a goal because there was an offside in the build-up, but Junior Firpo was able to slide the ball home because we pressed them high, because we got the ball in a transitional moment and were able to turn them over. That's why I don't think they'll come out so much. I don't think they'll press. I don't think they'll push us too hard because of the transitional moments, because they don't want us to be able to do that. So what are my predictions for the match? I think it all comes down to that first goal. As was said by Jim Howson, we need to score early because we score early, they have to play football. And if that happens, there's more opportunities for those transitions and we get more and more chances to score that goal, to get those, not 3 points, to get that place at Wembley. If we score that first goal, I think we go through. I think we have plenty of quality here as well. I think if we go aggressive from the start, look to score that first goal, we've got the quality to turn it into a win, and I am going to predict a 2-0 win, but I will admit I am scared. But I'm optimistic. You know me, you always get a little bit of optimism sprinkled in there. So I'm going to go with 2-0 Leeds. As you have seen along the bottom for the entirety of this video, the live chat has been making their predictions for the match so far. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Join them. Hopefully it's a Leeds United win. That would be absolutely fantastic. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the lineup and everything else as well. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you aren't yet. That was always massively appreciated. Could even become a channel member. All of the channel membership revenue and super chats in live streams and all that kind of stuff is going to Prostate Cancer UK at the moment, which is a really important cause for me. I'll be doing an announcement based on that after Leeds United season is done. I don't know whether that will be at the weekend because things have gone wrong or after a nice little trip to Wembley, but we'll find out. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you later. Pop an 07 in the chat if you want to salute to say see you later, actually. That'd be quite nice. I'll let my little salute. We've got a danker. Scooby, you've got it wrong. Also, thank you, Baby Zebra Games. That's massively appreciated, and we'll be going to Prostate Cancer UK. There we go. Cheeky little salute. Now I can end the video. See you later. Ta-ra.